procedure has been initiated. We apologize for any inconvenience. Please do not exit the train until help arrives. A rescue squad has been dispatched. Please follow the instructions of the rescue squad chief, and thank you for your patience.
Well, our train of thought and the literal train have both derailed. Welcome to the DLC, everybody. Welcome to Creo World. I really like this DLC. It's more of an expansion than anything. Creo World is very extensive and adds a lot
Hello, transmission incoming. Please error
to this game.
Hey! Hey, you! I can see you! I just hacked into this drone. Please, I need your help.
Okay.
Thank God. Found someone else who hasn't gone insane like everyone else around here. Welcome to Creo World, I guess. This place definitely isn't as family-friendly as it used to be, huh? Look, I really could use your help. There's a mobile operations center perched on the edge of the sinkhole. You can't miss it.
Look at those robots. Man. A day you won't forget. Oh, believe me, I'm gonna be having nightmares about this for quite some time. Welcome to Creo World, everybody. Bright, shining, colorful. And we're being attacked by homicidal machines immediately. So you know this is going to be a good time. Thankfully, we've got the Firebug throttle to take care of this thing's belligerent nature. So this is Donny Donuts, one of the many mascots found here at Creo World. We're going to cut his head off. And maybe you will be as pleased as I was that they're not people in suits. These are robots. And yes, that's right. We did just unlock the head of Donny Donuts as a wearable item.
Welcome to Creo World. Why don't you come on in? Families are welcome. Fun is guaranteed. And hey, you might just learn a little something too. That's Creo's pro... Uh-huh. Really? Okay. Sorry, folks. Creo World is closed while we clean and repair America's favorite family fun park. Don't forget to...
Danger. Danger. System malfunction. Containment error code 0x800F081F. System reset imminent. Evacuation procedures in effect. Danger. Danger.
Huh. Well, great. Looks like things went wrong at Creo World exactly as quickly as they went wrong with the actual surge. Wonderful. Hello there, friend.
I'm glad you made it. My name's Largo. It's good to meet you. I'm the operator of the park's search and rescue unit.
So what are you doing here?
Me? I'm just a software engineer running support for my team. They're the real heroes, out there saving lives. My skill set is pretty limited to keyboards and repairing Creo hardware. I mean, I always used to joke that I'm the last person you'd want around in an apocalypse. Funny, right? Suddenly, not so much.
Oh, it's still funny. Don't worry.
Kind of a shaky situation you're in here. What happened?
Our team was on a normal flight patrol when the controls all blew out at once. The chopper was falling fast. I pulled the emergency release on the mobile ops station, like you're supposed to do when things go bad. I thought I was a goner, but I got lucky. Must have been flying low over the ridge. When I woke up, I found the ops lab where it landed, here, perfectly balanced.
What happened to the rest of your search and rescue team?
That's what I want to find out. I can't give up on them, no matter the odds. Rodriguez, Nordberg, Eastwood, Helvig, all of them. They're good men with families. I've got a contact ping on loop since I got the station's comms working, but no one's answering. I'm just trying not to assume the worst, you know?
Oh, you should never assume the worst.
I can help. Just tell me what to do.
Thanks. Let me do a quick system check.
Sure thing, pal.
Power's still out all over the park. Ops is running on emergency batteries only. And not for long. First things first, we need to get this place fully operational. Now, let me check the network. Nope, nada, no dice. We're completely offline. Without network access, I can't do diddly squat from here.
So how do I restore power to the park?
My best guess is that whatever happened out there physically damaged the power source itself. See if you can track down the problem and then find, some way to fix it. Not that helpful, I admit. I just do numbers and code, you know?
Nobody can tell me what's going on around here. Maybe you can.
Some kind of big energy surge fried my team's chopper and we fell right out of the sky. Haven't been able to raise any of them on comms since the crash. And now, everything is gone insane. The park's mega support pillar collapsed, the systems are damaged or out of control. This is apocalypse-level shit. But there might be survivors out there. And if my team's looking for them, they'll be depending on me to get these systems up and running again. I'm their eyes and ears. Look, I could really use some feet on the ground right now.
Well, my feet are firmly planted.
Good luck out there.
You got it, Largo. Let's go get this park online. After we make a quick pit stop at the Ops Center. Although, there's not really all that much that we can do here right now. We just got a whole bunch of implants that I'm sitting around not really doing anything with. Something I haven't shown off yet is that if you really feel like it, you can destroy implants to, get some free tech scrap. And we're going to be doing that at the end of this playthrough. We're not going to be doing that now. See, here's the thing, right? I wanted to make sure that I had at least one of every implant by the end of the game so that I could, make sure not to miss out on anything. And I did. I actually got all of them. Believe it or not, there are like 75, 80 different implants in this game, and I got them all. But that's why I'm not destroying them until then. You goddamn bet your ass you can craft the head of Donnie Donuts. And you can even put it on, too. Oh, God. Oh. 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 No, no, no. No. Oh, God. I don't want to wear the head of Donnie Donuts. Please take that off. So, the mascot heads are actually quite useful because they provide higher physical defense than a lot of helmets do, but they also allow you to keep your set bonus. So, like, you don't have to wear the full item set. You can wear most of the set and then a mascot head, and then you'll be, and then you'll be set with the item set, and it's not worth it. It's not worth it to look like a fucking nightmare, man. Oh. The mascot heads all do the same thing. They're all just for, they're just for flavor, but we'll collect them all, I guess. Why not? Bradley the Bean. Okay. Not quite as kid-friendly as Donnie Donuts, but alright. So the mascots are really good for getting Mark II body parts, because they don't drop scrapped body parts because they don't have armored bodies. They have just like normal body parts. So this is the point at which the game really recommends that you start using Mark II body parts. Oh god, it gave me a thumbs up and it died. And so everything around here drops Mark II parts. The mascots are really interesting. They fight in like a weird, creepy way, and I think it's really cool. Like, this DLC added some very much needed variety to the enemy types, and I think the game is more complete with the DLC added. Iron Bar Ivan. Okay, welcome to the club, Iron Bar Ivan. Nice Iron Mouse poster. So yeah, this giant sinkhole is going to be a problem. Navigating around this sinkhole can kind of be a pain in the ass, but it's okay. We just got to make the long way around, which is not too hard.
Previous visitor detected. Now
What?
syncing private media to your Creo work account. Welcome back, Warren. Creo World staff is happy that you have chosen to join the Creo family.
Sorry, did that say welcome back, Warren? Okay. Samuel J. Soda. Cool guy, that Samuel J. Soda. So in my opinion, the DLC is some of the best content the game has to offer, as is sometimes the case with DLCs for games. I think the DLC makes for a very concurrent whole and a very interesting addition to the game, specifically because of what we are going to find out about the DLC at the end of the next episode. In the meantime, we got a new drone upgrade. Hooray! The DLC adds the S&R flare launcher, which is... Oh, you're about to see, I believe. In addition, the DLC adds, I believe, like 2 or 3 more suits. I think 2 or 3. I can't remember how many off the top of my head. But it also adds some new weapons and some really cool camera angles. Holy shit, that's so cool. Unfortunately, we cannot actually use the buzzsaw on that like these dudes can. Unfortunately. Furious Chopper. Okay. Let's go to the Lumberjack show, I guess.
Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, welcome to the Creo Lumberjack Show. Watch as our employees demonstrate the power and accuracy of our famous Creo Rig.
I bet Don had a lot of fun recording those. Not just Don's voice actor, but also the in-universe Don Hackett. He's like, oh man, I get to record some theme park attractions today. Next weapon, the Roboe Auto Nailer. We got ourselves a nail gun, boys. Unfortunately, it makes me very sad that you can't fire nails from the nail gun, but you do hit the enemy with the part that...
You're ignoring me. But listen, this
What?
place is still operational somehow. Look around for a big power core. Might come in handy.
Oh yeah. So, for the rest of this episode, Largo is going to be pretending like he doesn't know us. So, I played this when the DLC came out, and there was a bug. There was a bug initially that they fixed very quickly, where Largo would just kind of like forget that you knew him. Like, it's very weird. So like for the rest of this episode, Largo is going to be using some alternate dialogue for if you don't talk to him. And it's actually really interesting that they included that dialogue. It was a very nice touch, because you don't have to go and talk to him if you don't want to. Obviously you should, but you don't have to. So it's very interesting that they included that. But yeah, it's a weird bug. The Chopmaster 5000, you say? Yes, please. I will gladly take the Chopmaster 5000.
I know you're saying, lumberjacks? What does Creo know about lumberjacks? You know Creo's helping people around the world, helping save the world. But lumberjacks? Here's the thing. You see the power and the speed of the Creo rigs chopping down trees. You see the strong, agile, and dare I say, good-looking Creo employees at work. But what you don't know is that before any of them stepped into their rigs, they weren't stepping anywhere without a wheelchair. That's right.
Oh, whoa, wait a minute.
Creo Exo rigs give the disabled the power to walk again. Can you believe we live in a world with such miracles? I say, Timber!
Hold on there, Don. That was a... That was a very specific mention of employees that are currently working at Creo being in wheelchairs, Don. I'm a little suspicious of that now. The Chopmaster 5000 is one of my favorite weapons in this damn video game because it looks really cool, and it's actually extremely useful. So, most of the hammer-type weapons in this game function with crush damage, or blunt damage, basically. But the Chopmaster 5000 is one of the only hammer-type weapons which uses slash damage, like swords and stuff. So it is really, really useful for chopping off limbs. This thing is a beast. Also, I'm in a little bit of kind of dire straits here. I'm very scared of this man. This guy is terrifying. And he almost killed me too.
Oh, the electromagnetic sensors of your drone are going nuts. You must be close to the power core.
What, really? Oh, okay. Cool. I like that this area is just completely covered in sawdust because of the stuff that goes on in the Lumberjack show. Making good use of that Chopmaster. Oh, sure, let me just put that in my pockets.
Better keep following the cables. There's gotta be a master control ahead.
Let's hope so. So yeah, you can see how powerful the Chopmaster is based on the fact that I haven't even upgraded the thing, and already it's doing more damage than the other hammers in practice. Like, it's quite good. Oh, that guy on the left. Did you see that guy impaled on those spikes? That's a sucky way to die. That is a really sucky way to go. I am so sorry to that random guy. So that over there is the Popcorn Pole Parade, and I guess we'll fuck with them. I guess we'll fuck with the Popcorn Pole Parade. Like, I'm not really in any state to mess with them right now, considering I have virtually no health, but okay. I've got no healing items, but we'll try. Until you take care of these guys, the Popcorn Pole Parade will, they'll patrol around this area, and if you happen to wander into their path, they will ruin your day. You will not be having a good time at Creo World with the Popcorn Pole Parade. Man, the way they give like a Terminator-style thumbs up when you kill them is just it's kind of a little bit frightening, to be honest. So, the last mascot seems to have gotten stuck down there. So, that's not great. It's okay though. We'll take care of him once we unlock a shortcut of some kind. I tried to burn him with the flare, but unfortunately, burning him with the flare did not work.
Oh my God, Kev. Creo World is totally awesome. You so wish you were here right now. Prepare yourself. As I say these two words. Iron Mouse. Yeah, for reals. And not just like a guy in a suit. He's a full-on AI synthetic Iron Mouse. I had a conversation with him about Rusty Rat. But get this. In like an hour, I'm meeting Carbon Cat. I gotta go. Talk later.
For the record, the person in that audio log, according to the description in your inventory, is supposed to be like 15. But they put that log next to the corpse of an adult, and that is very clearly an adult trying to sound like a child. It's very awkward. It's very weird. So these are the ogre robots. They patrol around. They are basically janitors wearing Gundam suits, and they are a pain in the fanny. I absolutely cannot stand those dudes. They do an unbelievable amount of damage if they hit you. It's truly crazy how much damage they do. Our reward, for taking out the Popcorn Pole Parade is the Fiery Popcorn Pole. And also, the mascots drop the Mangled Articulators, which are special claws unique to them. Now, pretty weird, I know, but I don't know what a popcorn pole is. Like, okay, someone in the thread or in the comments or something, please tell me if a popcorn pole is a real thing, because I don't know. Like, what the description says is that the popcorn pole is like a detached element of a popcorn maker that shot popcorn at children. Okay, first of all, none of that sentence sounds good to me, but yeah. The popcorn pole's thing, right, is that it does very little base damage, but it does extremely, extremely high elemental damage, and so it's very good against enemies wearing, like, the Lynx gear, who are very vulnerable to elemental attacks. We're gonna be carrying around some of the DLC weapons, because they're fun. Yeah! So you might have noticed that I teleported to the... I probably could get away with not mentioning this, actually. Like, I don't know how closely you're paying attention to this, but you might have noticed that I just exited out of the ops interface, and I showed up at the medbay. So, again, I played this... I should have waited, because they put out a patch like a day later to fix a lot of these problems, but the DLC did not have the smoothest launch. The DLC launched with a couple of bugs that caused the game to hang, and so throughout this session, you are going to see that there will be some weird cuts. I tried to make them as unobtrusive as possible. In fact, there already was one, and you probably might have missed it because I made it very smooth. But there will be a couple of cuts here because the game crashed a couple times while I was recording this. Now, it never crashed while I was playing, and it did not crash while I was doing my stream, my first time playthrough stream of the DLC. It only happened when I was recording with Shadowplay. So, I'm willing to say that that's just a weird interaction with Nvidia's stuff, and like, if you're just playing the game, this probably didn't happen to you. So, I don't know. It's a weird issue, but you're gonna see that from time to time, and I apologize, but I tried to make it as smooth as I possibly could. So unfortunately, the Emerald is kind of neutered a little bit when it's in our hands versus the enemies, because they can charge up the blade, right, like that guy just did, and then they can do all these fancy, like, sliding attacks at you, and we can't do any of that, which is a real shame. And these guys can also fire saw blades from their, they can also fire saw blades from their cutters, and we can't do that either, which kind of sucks. So I'm not quite sure why the severed rotor blade is in the game. It's very weird. It's just kind of a mishmash of the chainsaw sword and another sword we'll see later. Really not sure why it's here.
Have y'all ever looked up at the sky and wondered, how does it work? How does Creo actually get billions of particles of our Project Resolve agent into the atmosphere every day? Well, it ain't magic. It's science. Continuous research performed by the best of the best. Constantly at work in Creo's top secret labs, refining the Resolve formula. And 3 launch pads shooting rockets into the clouds every 10 minutes. How cool is that? Welcome to the Creo Skybound adventure. Minds will be blown.
That sounds extremely inefficient, Creo, but oh well. Let's start the power.
Power in this area has been restored.
All right then. Oh. Looks like this guy wants a ticket. This guy wants to ride on the Skybound adventure. Well, hey, I got a ticket for you, buddy. So, Largo was supposed to have some dialogue there about, you started the power back up. Now you need to reactivate the network. But obviously because he is pretending like we haven't spoken to him, that is not the case. So, I'm sorry about that. I wish I had known why that was happening while I was recording, because I would have just alt F4'd outside of the ops, and I would have gone back and talked to him again. We're gonna do that in the next episode, I believe, because that will reset his dialogue flags and make it so that we can talk to him again. In fact, I might be on my way to go do that now. Oh, or maybe not. I'm not sure. But at some point, I do talk to him and make it so that he knows us again. Man, I really like this DLC. This DLC is so creative. Like, what I really appreciate about The Surge, right, just on the whole, is that it is a very creative video game. Like, this game has a lot of really cool ideas that you hardly ever see in video games. Like the whole, like, theme park with rogue mascots thing. Like, I don't know if I've seen that in a video game before. It is a very, very interesting gimmick for an area. And I think that they take it to the logical extreme, right? Of, like, there's so much you can do here with making a theme park full of, like, corporate propaganda and all that stuff. Like, they were very clever and very thorough in how they developed this area to feel realistic at the same time as just that little bit of, like, unrealistic hellscape, you know? Like, they did a very good job. I'm very happy with this DLC. Like, and I'm super excited. The Surge 2 was recently announced, by the way, so I'm very excited to see it.
Laura, where are you? Oh God, no, Bobby! I don't know what happened, but Bobby was just shaking Carbon Cat's hand. He was so happy. The cat even signed his Carbon Cat action figure. He's still holding it. Oh God, it's covered with blood. Oh, that flash! I don't know what it was. And then Carbon Cat suddenly. Oh, Laura, where are you? Tell me this isn't happening. Where the hell didn't we go to Hawaii?
Jesus. Well, that's a hell of a tone, Whiplash. Sorry for being so excited just before that log played. Oh well. Here's a fitting end to the episode. We wanted to get our picture taken with Carbon Cat and Iron Mouse. Well, here's as close as we're gonna get. Welcome to Creo World, everybody. I'll see you next time when we restart the network.